Hello everybody, Image here, and after that height beer review, it's back to some StarCraft commentary for me. This is a match from the OSL round of 16, day 5. It is between Bisu and Mensul0, and this should be a very interesting match. There are a few reasons I'm saying this. The first reason is, I say this about every game should be interesting. This one I think should be particularly interesting, which brings me to reason 2. Reason 2, it's a grudge match. Last year in the Lost Saga MSL, Zero knocked Bisu out of the tournament, and Bisu really needs a win here to further his chances of getting out of this group. He can still get out if he loses, but it's convoluted. If Bisu loses here, then Zero is through, and Bisu's fate depends on the result of the Gogo versus Hwasun game. If Gogo wins, Bisu's out. If Hwasun wins, Gogo, Hwasun, and Bisu are going to be going to tiebreakers. So Bisu really wants the win here. Zero also really wants the win here. It guarantees him being through, because if Bisu wins and Gogo wins, then it's going to be a three-way tiebreaker between Bisu, Zero, and Gogo to see who gets out of this. So Zero also wants to win just to make sure that he gets out of this round and into the next one. So both players really want the win here, and that should also mean that it's going to be some impassioned, exciting play. So that's what I'm hoping comes of this, and it should be a treat. Third reason I think this is going to be exciting, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, is because, as often is the case, the reason I'm casting this is because I looked at the recommended games on the OSL thread on Team Liquid, and this is one that they recommended for viewing, and they've been a little bit hit or miss with what's actually been all that exciting. There have been a few that they recommended that I thought were kind of duds, but they're right more often than they're not. So I think we're going to see some excitement here. We're on Heartbreak Ridge, and we have Zero in blue at the 9 o'clock position and Bisu in teal at 3. We've seen a lot of really interesting Protoss versus Zerg play on this map. Bisu versus NC Yellow was one recent example of this. There's also Stork versus Type B. There was a game between Effort and Stork on here too that was pretty exciting. It's a good map. The map statistically is slightly Protoss favored, but I don't think it's by enough of a margin to say it's actually a map imbalance, so much as just that's the way the statistics have happened to have been within a margin of error. I think it's a pretty even map for both of these races, and I kind of wonder what that's all about. Kind of wish I could read the Korean or make some sense out of it. Looks like an overpool build for Zero, and Bisu's probe is going to arrive just in time to scout that, and unsurprisingly, we've got Bisu looking for a Forge Fast expand. So, pretty standard early game. Zero is going to have some Zerglings out to assail that scouting probe and put some pressure on Bisu's door, maybe force him to put down that second cannon earlier than Bisu would like. And there is Zero's drone off to set up the natural expansion. But Bisu's probe is ahead of it, and it's going to be able to block for a little while. The probe and the drone are trading some shots here, and Bisu relenting a bit, but blocks the hatchery with a pylon. So that is going to slow Zero down a bit and force Zero to go and put his second hatchery down at his third base, or at the site where his third base would normally be, just to make that perfectly clear. There is a fan with his Wungjin Stars cap, and that probe is going to be able to escape, and Bisu once again able to keep his scouting probe alive for a good long time. The Nexus and 2 cannons are on the way up, and the Zerglings are on the move as well, but I don't think they're going to be getting there in time to make a successful run by against the front door there. What they might do is kill another probe. Oh boy. Is Bisu going to just block that with a pylon again? He probably could. Now he's using the probe to block, and now the probe's gone away. So Zero, after some effort, has finally gotten his third hatchery up, and the gateway is now going up for Bisu, so Bisu is going to be able to start producing some fighting units. That third, let's see, both expansions going up, and we're into some pretty standard play, which I think in the long term is going to favor Bisu. A lot of the losses that Bisu's taken recently have been against really unorthodox things like Yellow's slow lurker drop and Gogo's biomech timing push. But Bisu's standard play has been looking really strong lately, as usual, as it kind of always does. And that scouting probe's still alive, and it's really doing a fair job of outrunning these Zerglings. I think that once Zero gets Zergling speed, he'll have a much easier time dispatching these probes, obviously, but it might actually just take him getting speed to be able to get rid of these things. Now, however, he's finally managed to clear that out, and there's that Stargate going up for Bisu. So here's the kind of critical choice for Bisu, whether he's going to go for the Citadel of Adun next to go Corsair DTs, which is sort of the standard play lately. The other choice is that he can go for the robotics facility and make a move toward Corsair Reaver. He's going to spot the lair here for Zero, but there's nothing really surprising about a 3-hatch lair. What he really wants to do is keep that probe alive long enough to spot for the next tech building, whether it's going to be the Spire or the Hydralisk Den. At this point, the Spire would be the standard thing to see for that 3-hatch Scourge into 5-hatch Hydra build. Though a 3-hatch Muta all-in would be possible, though if that's what Zero was going for, he'd have put down a second gas by now.